random coward internet troll here says, "Do you ever shut the fuck up? Run your fucking cock holster." Please don't confuse me with tu madre. Yeah, I shut the fuck up frequently. All the time, as a matter of fact. But I do like to do a lot of content. And since you don't like the fact that I talk a lot, I figured I'd go ahead and reply to your comment, and we'd figure out a way for me to squeeze a lot of words into this one. So, I'm going to read to you now from my second book. For those of you who don't know, I have self-published 2 books. The first book is called A Grateful Life, the life story of a husband, father, and taco-loving deadhead, and it is the story of the first 45 years of my life. The second book is entitled Dearest Renee, Letters from the Coronavirus War of 2020, and it's a series of letters I wrote to my wife in the form of Facebook posts during Illinois' quarantine. And since you don't like the sound of my voice, now a reading. For those of you that have a physical or digital copy, these are available in paperback and ebook formats at the link in my bio. Turn to page 38 and read along with us. I'm old. Day 13. Dearest Renee, what was snow a few days ago and fog just the other day has now given way to rain. It is predicted that we will be rained in for the next several days, meaning our usual patrols along the eastern front have been suspended until further notice. As you can imagine, this leaves us incredibly open to attack. It is now, more than ever, that we will be relying on other camps and outposts to warn us of approaching danger. Even the feral canines that live among us in camp are limiting their exterior patrols because of the inclement weather. Despair has taken hold in all corners of the compound. Our oldest soldier began making pancakes at 12:45 yesterday, as that is when she first woke from her bunk. The youngest soldier didn't wake up until 10:30. They may not be the best troops when it comes to patrolling the perimeter, but they are above average sleepers. I doubt the enemy would even know they are in camp should we have a breach. As this is the week when regular training has been suspended, I am trying to allow them all of the normal trappings of being on break this week. Our hopes are that drier weather will return next week and we can resume daily patrols. Our oldest soldier is eagerly awaiting word on her request for a transfer to another outpost. We will keep you appraised of any further developments in that area. In unrelated news, the camp has found itself in disarray. The scene in the lower level of the camp's main building looks like a methed up Tasmanian devil inside of a tornado stalled out there for at least a week. If we do not seize the opportunity to get this situation under control, we will find ourselves as finalists to qualify for an episode of Hoarders. We will prioritize reclamation of this area today, but it will not be easy. It appears as if the youngest troop in camp has turned the entire lower level of the main building into a makeshift bunker comprised solely of flimsy cardboard. Granted, his arsenal of Nerf weapons is formidable, but I question his logic in regards of locating the bunker inside the HQ when the true danger lies beyond our gates. I have a meeting scheduled with that soldier at 9 o'clock this morning to discuss moving him back outside to defend the Eastern Front around the clock. He will be cold, he will be wet, and he will be lonely, but it is a sacrifice I am willing to make for the overall safety of the camp. I am sorry I do not have more news to share with you today, but yesterday's rainy weather made for an uneventful day in camp. I will try to write to you again soon tomorrow. Stay tuned. Day 14, Dearest Renee. Yesterday it became clear that the regiment was severely lacking in its preparation, so I decided to lead the battalion on a recon mission beyond our camp's gates. As we negotiated our way through what was once our lovely small town, the absence of humanity was palpable. It seems as if 3/4 of the population had been wiped out, and we were now left with a shell of our former community. It also became extremely clear, extremely quickly, that what few drivers were left on the road were still a bunch of mindless asswipes with the collective brain capacity of a shit stain. The social distancing guidelines we are all under obviously do not apply to the amount of distance between two vehicles on the road. I would have thought that this war would have taken out at least a small portion of the dumbest among us, but it seems to be the exact opposite. The brain dead have actually survived the first wave of this war. Stunning. While on our recon mission, we managed to check in on some other outposts, albeit from the safety of our armored military vehicle. I am pleased to inform you that all is well at both Smith camps along our western and northern fronts. While checking in on one of the Smith camps, I attempted to make contact with the Lasaki compound, but was unable to make a connection. I am saddened to report that we have lost contact with an outpost and supplies from HQ. Without supplies from HQ, they will not last long on their own. In other promising news, our head of security has taken it upon himself to train some chickens to live among us in camp, so I see a lot of meals involving eggs in our future. It seems that his poultry domestication program has been a roaring success in the early trials, but it is still unclear if the fowl will be able to serve as a dual threat by not only producing delicious breakfast foods, but also by serving as guard chickens to warn us of incoming dangers. I will check on his training progress soon and will submit a full report. It seems as if we have some severe weather heading our way over the next 48 hours. We are taking as many precautions as we can, but our abilities are limited. All we can do is hunker down and ride it out. Provided the storm doesn't knock out our communications, I will try to make contact again tomorrow. Stay safe and be ever vigilant. If you guys would like to read the rest of this book, you can pick up a copy by, once again, clicking the link in my bio. Maybe pick up a copy of both books. Help a brother out. And to this person, may your For You page continuously belch new Tom Powell Jr. content your way, day in and day out.